Yo, it's your boy, Mindless Maturity. Welcome back to another episode of CanBo Greens. Hey, today we're going to talk about, are you an asset or you a liability? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is a conversation I kind of had with a couple of people the past couple of days, and I felt like, hey, this is an excellent topic that needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope everybody out there, Facebook, YouTube, everything is going good with everybody. Appreciate the support and the love. Let's continue to build and grow, have these type of conversations. Don't be afraid to have these conversations amongst each other and the opposite sex, because the goal is for us to build and become a better version of ourselves. So, hey, let's continue to build. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to get this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And within that, let's think about it like this. Hey, do people seeing like when it comes to spend enough time investing in yourself, like what do you put in yourself? Are we spending enough time becoming more of a asset to ourselves, or are we spending time digesting and feeding ourselves things that's causing us to be a liability, not only to others but to yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's gotta You gotta be able to evaluate the assets and the liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Are you bringing positivity into the energy, into the atmosphere? Or you are presenting, uh, are you bringing negativity that is downing the collective? You know what I'm saying? Hey, before I can get more in depth, and break this stuff down. Let's have these conversations. Let's ask these questions. Some of these questions I'm not going to answer. I'm just going to throw these questions out in the atmosphere, and I want y'all to have these conversations amongst others to get these answers. Also tonight I'm going to discuss the top three assets for a man, the top three liabilities for a man, the top three assets for a woman, and the top three liabilities for a woman. With that, I'm going to flip. I'm going to present the liabilities for a woman. After I present the liabilities for a man, I'm going to make the women's assets the last thing that I'm going to discuss. Just kind of like how it flows better with what I'm talking about. So we're gonna rock it like that. Let's put some music on. Let's get some music going. Get my melodies going. Let's get my melodies going. I got my herb, got my melodies. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, one thing I want you to also think about is, hey, what classified as an asset? What are things that classify an asset when it comes to you, when it comes to your friends, your family members, the person you're dating, the person you engage with, the person you're married to? What are the assets? Also, you need to ask yourself and classify what are the liabilities amongst all those elements. Sure, even when it comes to like, hey, you know what I'm saying, evaluating your kids, how do they bring assets and liabilities within to the household as well? You know what I'm saying? Everybody is something that is either going to be one or the other. So it's like, hey, in the third and final question I want to ask before I dig deep into what I want to talk about is, there are things that may benefit you as an individual, but it does not necessarily mean that it's going to benefit the collective. So when it comes to us connecting with people, make sure you evaluate and understand when you are in a team environment, or you are in a relationship, or even in a family household. Everything that makes you beneficial and make you valuable does not always need to be the value, and will always not is not always a value to that group. So we need to truly understand that. Um, it's up to y'all to discover those things and figure those things out. Transparent communication is very important when it comes to discovering this lovely trend. You know what I'm saying? To really understand what's work, what doesn't work, and what will work. But hey, I'm ready to get down to the meat and bones of this discussion. we have a lot of assets and there's a lot of liabilities. Some didn't make my top three. I was going to do a top five, but I'm like, I want to make this kind of. I want to hit this top three because these are the top three I feel like that we really, really need to kind of start focusing more on. Maybe later on I'll probably bring up and add, two more or 10 more and we'll talk about those. But I want us to get kind of, what I'm saying? Let's get to level one first. Just based off of, me analyzing social media and talking to people. There's a lot of things that we have really gotten off track. We have gotten off track completely when it comes to the structure of things. We start creating our own rules and our own governance of how nature actually works. We being too artificial, people. But hey, let's talk. Let's talk. For a man has a very major role when it comes to the dynamic of a relationship or in a household. Very, very important things that a man needs to have uh once he leave, his home where his father and his mother that when he goes into and create his own home, there are major assets that he needs to have. Not wish, not hope, but he need to have. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start number three. The main thing, one of the top three, and number three is going to be masculinity. A man, when he is starting his own, he's got to bring that masculinity to the table. Because guess what? He is going to be the only one in that presence of that situation that's going to have that. Nobody else in this situation will have masculinity. So when it comes to the role, the responsibilities, and the effectiveness and the impact of a household, your role is to make sure you are bringing masculinity into that environment. I know a lot of people in situations are probably kind of expect and spectate what is what is that exactly? Well, let's elaborate. When a man comes into a situation and he is raising kids and he has a son, he's got to be able to teach his son how to fix things, how to build things, how to make those hard decisions, to be able to operate effectiveness without panicking. It's going to be very important for him to understand his true inner self as how he should become a man. And it's up to you as a man to be that man to show him these things, to be self sufficient, to be reliable. Masculinity is going to be a very important role and a very important tool that a man will present and bring to a woman. And now, number two, resources. Resources, resources, resources. You might not be the smartest man. You might not be the most clever man. You might not have read all the books. You might not, but one of the best assets to have as a man is if I don't know how, I can damn sure find out. That is the best. That is a very, very valuable tool asset to have is to be able to generate resources to get things done that you need to get done. Especially if you may not know how or you know what I'm saying, you don't know how to solve it, you know who to call, you know where to go, you know how to pick up, you know the things to generate to get what you need to get done. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important that when you as a young man growing up, you know what I'm saying, the father teaches him, hey, have friends that when you are not the sharpest tool in the tool shed, make sure that you have some that are sharper than you that they can get you to that next level. That you can call them and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I got a question, I know how to do this. Like, I have friends that know things that I don't know. Even when I was in college, You know what I'm saying? Like all my friends, you know what I'm saying, we exchange information. They helped me be more diverse and understand like nutrition and health and medical stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was in the engineering side, but I know a lot of stuff when it comes to the medical side because of my resources. You know what I'm saying? The resources of how what a man has. That's why you'll notice a lot of women will flock to a man with resources. You know what I'm saying? They'll go to a man in politics. You know what I'm saying? They'll go to a man that is a CEO of his own business, or you know what I'm saying, a businessman, a manager, and things like that, because she know that man has resources. All right, and the number one, and I mean the number one asset that a man is going to bring to the table is going to be finances. And I know people going to be like, man, why he got to have money? Why he got to have this? A man, he ain't got to have a lot of money. It's not even, he ain't got to have a lot of money, but he got to have some. He's got to have stuff in place for that just in case. You know what I'm saying? A man has to have money to have things, to buy things, to get things, to build things. I can't go into Lowe's and pick up wood and pick up a screwdriver, pick up a hammer, pick up nails, and just walk out. I gotta have money to buy those things. You know what I'm saying? I just can't go walk into a house and say this house is mine. I have to have finances to buy those things. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have good credit. How you gonna get credit? By buying stuff on, paying stuff on time, using your money to pay stuff on time to increase your credit. I can't buy land by just saying I want that land. I gotta have all those things in place to buy land, to protect my family. In order to protect my family, I gotta have finances to pay the cost to be the boss. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. A lot of women don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a man is taking care of you, man doing all this, plan, he is paying the cost to be the boss. That's why I always tell you I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever move into a woman's place. Don't ever move to a woman's house. You have your own, and she move into yours. Don't put yourself in a situation to where you do not operate on a level of manhood, of be able to protect and provide. That providing part got a lot to do with them finances. I know, fellas, y'all don't want to hear it, but hey, these are some solid truths, and we gotta suck it up and sell. Accountability is accountability. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to accept these things, my fellas. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough road. We gotta bite it, suck it up, man up, and let's handle business. And if you don't, guess what'll happen? This. You're battling. You're fighting. You're going back and forth. I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. But if you're in charge, trust me, you'll know it. Because you pay the cost to be that boss. You know what I'm saying? You are that alpha. You know what I'm saying? You are that protector. You are that provider. You are those resources. You are that masculinity. If you don't have those three things, I promise you, you will be in this situation every single day. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in that situation. Fellas, let's get to y'all liabilities. Number three, a man that's bringing a liability, this is the first thing he will have in store. He is a sheltered young man. or an older man. He's been sheltered. That is a bad trait to have. To where you're sheltered, to where you don't know nothing about taking risk, being wild, living life, adventuring out in the world, exploring the world, knowing what's out there, taking chances. This is every part of the masculinity. But when you are sheltered, you are the complete opposite of masculinity. You that kid that was looking out the window while everybody else was playing. You was the kid that was looking at the kids that was climbing the trees. And you by the tree. Like, nah, I ain't finna do that. That's that shelter life. And when you have that shelter life and you bring that shelter life into a dynamic to where you are the head, you are going to be the dread of the household. You ain't even gonna know how to take risks, when to take risks. You ain't even gonna understand when the fire's hot in the home. Cause you always been in a cozy, comfortable situation. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. I hate to say this, but a lot of situations because a lot of the times the man wasn't in the household. It was always that mother there. So she was normally like holding him, hugging him. Baby, you okay? You okay? It's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? The most men that become masculine are the ones that was out there in the streets getting wild. That's why a lot of the women naturally is attracted and naturally run to them wild thuggish boys because they represent in a certain way of the exterior of I'm free, I'm wild, I'm reckless, I'm adventurous. I'm not sheltered. You know what I'm saying? That shelter life ain't a good life, especially for a man. It definitely ain't a good life. Sheltering is not good, my people. So please, ladies, do not let your kids be that, especially your sons, be a shelter type. Set them up for failure. All right, number two, the highly emotional man. The one that always overly expressive, always titting for tatting. When you jump, he's jumping. When you crying, he's crying. He's always like, what are we gonna do? I don't know what to do. What are we gonna do? This is too much. What's scary is these are the things that we try to push, like the women try to push men to be. Hey, express yourself. Talk, talk, express, talk, talk. You're changing the nature of what the man really supposed to be. A man ain't no talker, a man is a doer. A man does what he's supposed to do. He ain't gotta talk about it. When I say I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it. If this is how it's gonna be done, this is how it's gonna be done. I'm not gonna sit here and take 20 minutes explaining it. What needs to be done, gonna be done, and that's it. But we keep pushing our young men to be the emotional type. That's not their nature. Stop trying to pump this estrogen in any man. Let them be men. You do the talking. You do the expressing. We'll just listen. How about that? And number one, fellas. Number one of the biggest liabilities is the follower. The follower. Somebody that is letting the woman make all the decisions. And he just do what she says. He does what she say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's your world. I'm just in it. I'm just in it. Whatever you need, I'm gonna go get it. Regardless of if we're going debt, regardless if we get evicted, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Cause it's all about you. It's whatever you want. You know why? Cause I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm gonna follow everything you say and do. Cause I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to what my neighbors tell me I need to do. I'm gonna listen to my lady friends. Listen to what they tell me what to do. I'm gonna do everything that everybody else tell me what to do, except what I tell myself I need to do. Why? Because I got no backbone. I have no backbone. I'm a crowd pleaser. I want to please everybody except myself. I want to invest all my time, all my energy into everybody else except myself. Until one day, people, I explode like this. I explode. I say F it. I shoot myself. I kill myself. Or I shoot her. I kill her. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm bottled up. I have no opinion. I have no say. I'm demasculated. I'm no man. I'm just here, tending to the succubus. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So, fellas, don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. Matter of fact, don't be that either. Because guess what? That's how her mindset is. When you first meet them, I'm simple. I don't want much. But now they want everything. Stand on your own. Stand on your own toes. Believe in what you believe in. Follow your beliefs. Follow your purpose. And she will follow. Next up the bat, fellas. But you know what, fellas? I'm done with y'all for now. But I want you to listen still. We go talk to the ladies now. We're going to talk to the ladies and their liabilities. Their liabilities, because they definitely got them. We're going to start with number 3. Number 3 of the liabilities are women that curse all the time. Not a feminine look whatsoever in a woman. Okay, when you at work, cool. You want to do that at your job, cool. I get it. That's your job. That's your business. Take over, run it, do it how you say fit. But guess what? I don't need you around me all the time like that. You my woman, not my homie. You know what I'm saying? When me and my homies get together and we chop it up, we talk man talk. Hey, yeah, we talk that talk. But I get with you. We can talk some talk. But guess what? I don't want that same familiar vibe and energy that I get from him. I get from you. I don't need all y'all ladies to be acting like us. I want y'all to act like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about, my mother. Like, she's not a cursor. So it's possible to be done. But some of us get in situations where we don't feel like it can't be done. Why? Because it makes you feel hard. It makes you feel strong. I mean, already just saying those two things don't make no damn sense. You shouldn't even be hard and strong in the first place. Come on with that. Come on with that. Hey, we gotta change the lenses of what we focus on. We gotta change those lenses. The next thing, number 2, the doubter. the worrier. The doubter is a person that is always questioning everything that you do. Every day it's the same answer. Every day it's the same question, same answer, same question, same answer. You waste so much time discussing what has already been discussed. It takes so much energy putting in time to convince something that shouldn't even be recurrently being convinced. Trust is a valuable tool. You should trust who you're with. You should trust who you ride with. If you don't trust who you ride with or have faith who you ride with, then don't ride. But we have these people that worry and doubt and worry and doubt. And that alone will make a person exhausted, putting in time to try and convince something that will never ever be convinced. You're playing a game that you will never win. Because you'll never get to even complete what you're trying to complete because you're too much spending time trying to convince that person of what you're trying and about to do. Time will already pass itself by. If you got time and you young, you got time, take a chance on a doubt or worry. If you're in your 30s and your 40s, you taking you taking a major risk that might not pan out. Next, the final last one on the list is the alpha female. The alpha female. I want y'all to really understand and evaluate that it's damn near oxymoron to even say alpha female. Now, hey, if you feel good inside and feel better, you want to say, okay, if I'm a business lady that I'm a CEO of my own business, I run my own business, cool. You can be the alpha female. But if you, for one, you go to your job and you work for somebody, you're not an alpha female even there. But when you come home and you come in the house, you leave that alpha energy at the door. A man ain't looking for no alpha female. A man looking for a woman. I get a lot. I've heard it. I've talked to a couple of people on this topic, and we gotta understand that you will never look up and have success with that kind of man. If he's a alpha masculine man, you'll never have a success rate, or you will never have a successful, lasting marriage with a person if you got that alpha female mindset. No masculine man is going to deal with that, nor have patience for that. Once again, we don't want an alpha female, we want a woman. Let's please stop trying to change the nature of things. Let's please stop trying to recreate a playbook that's already been laid out. If you don't like being a woman or a female so bad, then just say that. But don't change who you are. You are who you are. Accept it. All right. Let's get to the assets of a woman. We're going to start with number 3. The healthy woman. The nurturer. Woman that has good eating habits. They know how to take care of themselves. They like to work out. Go running in the morning. Go run the dog. You know what I'm saying? That don't put food in her that she know is poison. You know what I'm saying? She's very health conscious. Because if she's health conscious, You best believe she's going to try to implement that in your game plan as well. And you'll be a fool not to follow. Because if you bringing her in and she's that asset for you to be a healthy, nurturing person, then if she's healthy, then you're healthy. What she eat, you eat. What she cook, you eat. It's important for her to be the nurturer. It is very important for her to be the healthy habiter. These are very, very critical when it comes to the longevity of you and her connection, as well as you and her lifespan. How many times you want to go to the doctors once you hit 40, 55, 60 years old? It's going to be dictated on the asset of that person who's going to bring those healthy, nurturing skill sets. The second person is the understanding person. It's very, 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 very important you get this concept. The strength of a woman is that feminine role. The role that allows her to understand your position as a man, your day-to-day life, and what you have to deal with as a man. To understand that when you come in is her role to make sure that she provides peace of mind. The goal is she understands that she's there to be a helpmate, to lighten that load, to lighten the burden of what you already is carrying, to evaluate your stressing points, to evaluate your pain points, to evaluate when you're broken and when you're hurt and when you were exhausted. She understands these points, and she's there to what? Understand and nurture that. Not to do the opposite. Not to increase the aggravation, increase the stress, increase the problems, increase the worriness, the doubting, and things in that nature. But to mellow the moment. She's a nurturer. So people, we're going to get to the last one. And this is a very, very important one that a lot of women is having a hard time dealing with. And it's the cooperation. A cooperative woman is a woman that can help you build mountains. A cooperative woman, y'all gonna have acres and acres of land. Y'all can retire. You can see the world together. That cooperative woman will keep you in a situation where when you're 50, 60 years old, you ain't limping. You ain't got back problems. You ain't got knee problems. You're actually able to enjoy y'all retirement. Y'all are able to look back and see all the investments that you have. You have so much to show for because everybody stuck to the plan. A plan, not multiple plans, but the plan. Everybody had that purpose. Everybody stuck to his purpose, stuck to the game plan, and guess what? They reap the rewards. What rewards did they reap? They reaped the age of the elder times to where they can go back and look at all the memories and see what they have achieved and developed and built together. Because they walk that walk and they talk that talk. But the great thing is they did it together as a team. Everybody knew their role. And both of them knew that their role was both valuable. You notice that they are walking together, holding the same bag together. She ain't she ain't holding it and he's walking by. No, they both holding that same bag together. And that's what it's all about, holding that bag and getting that bag together. But if you don't have that leader, you don't have that cooperative, and you don't have that masculinity, and if you don't have that understanding, all of this is going to be lost and you'll never get to this point. I want y'all to sit back and digest this. Hey, people, I appreciate you. I appreciate all that y'all do. I appreciate the support and taking the time to listen. Let's continue to have these conversations, my people. And while we having these conversations, hey, I want y'all also to support Mindless Maturity products. You know what I'm saying? We got the massage oil. We got the CBD hemp flower. And we got the tentric oil. Support your boy. Support your boy. And with that being said, man, everybody, y'all have a good night. Now hold it down and continue to grow and continue to be the better version of yourself. I'm out.